Hey everyone, we got a lot of sketchbook fun to do today. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys how to draw this really fun, kind of like scratchy paper kind of drawing. This is an example and I'm going to show you guys how to do it because it's super easy. So for this, all you'll need are oil pastels and a black colored pencil. And what we're going to do is cover the entire page with whatever colors you'd like in any random pattern. I'm doing a lot of pinks and reds and a bit of yellow and blue because I think those colors just look really nice together. Now that you've colored the entire page, you're going to get that black colored pencil and just sketch whatever you want on the page. I like to do a lot of stars and fun shapes, and I just kind of drew some things that were on my desk, like this little plant here, and then I try to draw a portrait because I haven't done that before in this kind of drawing format. And now, using a black oil pastel, you're just going to color completely around all of your sketches just like this. I'm not sure what to call this kind of drawing, but if you've ever had a rainbow scratch pad when you were younger, just like this one, you kind of know what I'm talking about here if you've ever had one. But this is basically like that, just like not using some kind of scratch paper, you're just kind of creating it yourself, which I think is really fun. Next, we have this cool hack that I saw on Instagram where someone kind of sealed their pencil drawings with watercolor, and I thought that was a super cool idea, and it's just a great way to spice up your just plain pencil drawings. These are some old ones, but I tried to add some color around it just to make them pop, and it's just still kind of too bland for me, so I tried out this hack and it really did work pretty well once the watercolor has dried. Like, there's no like pencil smudge on your hand if you like rub over it. Of course, you have to be careful with using water over graphite because it can smudge, so you really have to be kind of soft with your paintbrush strokes. Over the past few days, I've been cutting out a bunch of magazine letters just for fun. I'm not doing anything weird with them, okay? I'm not writing ransom notes. I'm just spelling out some fun sentences and phrases, even song lyrics on my sketchbook pages just to add some really fun flares to my drawings and just to like add a lot of texture to my sketchbook. And here, this is a Gwen Stefani song, Hollaback Girl. And if you don't really have a steady hand or you can't like squeeze enough glue out, I recommend using glue sticks instead of wet liquid glue because it can be hard to use. I'm using Elmer's because I ran out of my glue sticks doing these pages actually. But I've kind of perfected it, so don't worry about it. Here I'm just doing another watercolor page. This was just like this really cool goth girl that I drew a while ago, and I thought orange would be a good color because I don't really use orange. And this is no doubt Gwen Stefani's band, actually. Well, her old band. I don't know why I really got into just a bunch of Gwen Stefani stuff. I haven't even been listening to her music lately. It's just like the first things that have came up in my mind. Enough of all that old artwork, onto some new pages. For this page, I'm going to be using these markers and crayons just to draw a bunch of flowers and their leaves and like a few stars, and then kind of fill in that page with the crayons. I've noticed that when I go back to using crayons and Crayola markers, when I kind of have art block and I don't know what to draw, I found out that using them kind of brings me back to like healing my inner child, because you know, every like art kid kind of grows up with using crayons and like these are the cheap markers. So for some reason this was like such a relaxing drawing to do, and just like kind of going crazy with it. Not super crazy, I'm just like, it's not perfect, so that's what I mean. Yeah, it was just super relaxing, so if you're ever stuck, just kind of draw flowers, because that's what's been really helping me a lot. I almost filled up this entire page with crayons before I forgot to add a bunch of stars. I just went around with this like pinky color, and drew like bunches of little stars and like twinkly stars and some weird dots. Sometimes dots and stars are just like really cool. I wanted to leave a lot of negative space within like the flowers and not like color those in, but I didn't want too much space in between all the flowers, so that's what these stars and dots are for. And I'm using this peach and orange color to kind of do like a sunset throughout the page. After that, I went around the pink color with a darker like magenta color, just because I couldn't really see the pink stars that well. On to the next page. Now I'm using the same materials as well as those paint markers that you can see in the corner there. This is my first time, I think, doing an all like crayon portrait without a sketch. I had a reference that I was kind of peeking back and forth at. It doesn't look exactly like it because I was using crayons. I just drew this guy that I found on Pinterest and then just a bunch of random things around it. This was like another relaxing page. There's something so refreshing about using crayons and markers, because I feel like using a pencil and like pens is like very serious. These are my opinions, by the way. There's something about the crayons, I don't know. As you can see here, I'm using a lot of weird, like non-traditional colors to shade this person's face. I thought that would be also a really fun thing to do because I never do that. Besides that one red, orange, yellow portrait that I did with colored pencils, which I did for a YouTube video and you can watch right here, this is another drawing that I did using a bunch of different colors. And I tried to draw an angel, did not work out, so we're just gonna ignore that little pink blob down there. I tried to fix it with these paint markers, and then I ended up kind of covering most of it with more magazine letters, so I think I didn't have any plans for this page. I just kind of flipped it over, went onto Pinterest, and like drew like the first few things that I saw, which was this man here and that angel, and then I just drew clouds and then like this moon and then just a bunch of random things because I wanted to fill up the page. I try my absolute best to have every single page in my sketchbook full of color. I just really love color, and I really need color in my life, and I think we all do because color just makes people happy. But don't get me wrong, I do really also love dark colors. Most of my clothing are black, but something about having a flare of a color or just having a lot of color in my room really matters to me, because you know, sometimes wearing a lot of black kind of gets you down, which I still love doing, by the way. I just love color. Oh, and this is a David Bowie song, Moodage Daydream. I just went onto my Apple Music and just kind of hit shuffle a few times just to find a song that had like a cool title, and this is one of the ones that came up. So that was super fun, right? If you follow these along with me, I really hope you enjoyed drawing along with me. And let's take a closer look at all of these pages. Oh, later on in the day, I did not end up recording it, but I went back to all of these watercolor pages and just added some more details to it, which you can also do if you didn't like just that one color. And that was the sketchbook for the day. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you drew along with me and maybe you found some new hacks that you want to try. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, check out my shop, and give this a like and subscribe. Bye!